shall we?
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us. My name is Debbie Kemp. I'm the MBA director at Kemp Business School. I'm also a senior lecturer at our business school. What I plan to do is just give you a very brief presentation on our program, our MBA program. And we've also got at the end some of our fantastic students who are here to answer any questions. So our MBA program, how do we make a difference? Well, we have some very strong principles and values, and we hope to, through our MBA program, encourage you to have, as business leaders, an innovative mindset. We hope that our program will really give you transformational leadership skills that will support you with your ambitions in the business world in the future. And we very strongly believe in responsible management. So everything we do on the program is around sustainable innovation. So we're very much set up, our program is set up to provide you with the knowledge and the skills to become transformational leaders with that innovative mindset who can embed responsible management. And importantly, this last point is that we understand that many people want to do an MBA to advance their careers, and that's an important part of the process. But what we also hope and encourage you to do is to use those skills that you learn and develop with us to also advance your local and your global communities. So very much tying back into that responsible leadership. So this is the profile of our students. And I suppose this is what makes us quite different to other MBA programs. So firstly, we very strongly believe in diversity and leadership, and therefore that's really important to have that in our classroom. So we do have a pretty even split of male and female students, and we're very supportive of diversity and inclusion throughout everything we do. The other thing I'm really, really proud of is that we have 15 different nationalities in our classroom at the moment. We always have students from Japan, but currently we also have students from China, India, Pakistan, from various different countries in Africa, Europe, and we also have some American students. And importantly, we mix our executive MBA students from the UK in the classroom with our international students. We strongly believe that if you're coming to study business in the UK, that you would want to have those networking opportunities with UK business people. So we do that on our program. As you can see, the average age is 36 at the moment, so it's generally around the mid-30s. But age, we really don't consider sort of age. The range of ages that we have in our classroom are from 26, our youngest student is 26, and our oldest student at the moment is 55. So age is just a number. What's more important to us on the Kent MBA is the experience that you can bring to the classroom. So one of our requirements is that you've had to have worked in a management position for at least 3 years. But as you can see there, many of our students come with a lot more experience. And that's really important because our way of teaching is very collaborative. We ask you to share your experiences and your knowledge within the classroom, and it's important that you have that confidence that you've got some things that you can share. That's a really important part of our learning process. And again, we've got 15 different industries in our classroom at the moment, so everybody is very diverse. There's wonderful cultural differences, and that makes a very eclectic mix of individuals who are very open to learning and to sharing. So some of the key highlights, our program is double accredited. So by AMBA, who are the Association of MBAs, there are only 300 business schools globally who have that accreditation. So we've proudly had that for many years now. And you also get a CMI qualification when you get your MBA degree at level 7, which is a highly recognized accreditation. As a business school, we're triple accredited. So we have what's called the Triple Crown accreditation. So not only AMBA accredited, but also AACSB and also Equus, which puts us in the top 1% of business schools. And all these accreditations just ensure that you're getting a quality education. We do aspire for academic excellence, and you will be taught in the classroom by world-class experts in their subject areas. And the way we teach, as I mentioned before, is a little bit different. So you're taught in immersive blocks. So every single module you get taught in a week, and it's Monday to Friday, 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening. You're in the classroom in our wonderful MBA suite, working together with your fellow colleagues, exploring different subjects. And we do have flexible learning. So as I mentioned, this program, our international students are generally full-time, but we do have part-time options as well. So many of our UK students are still in work or running their own businesses, and they come in on a part-time basis. But it's wonderful because you get to mix with those people. Some other key highlights, well, the picture on the right is a bird's eye view of our campus. As you can see, it's nicely compact, so everything is very close to each other. So your accommodation is very close to the business school, but it's very green, it's very safe. We're right on top of the hill, but you can walk down to the city centre, and Canterbury is wonderfully historic. And importantly, you graduate in Canterbury Cathedral, which is a fabulous building, and it's all about it very much is all about the sort of pomp and ceremony that in England we seem to do very, very well. But we also, in terms of our location, we're in the south of England, so generally the weather's nicer, but also you can easily get into London and also easily get into Europe, as we're very close to the Eurostar. Importantly, other key highlights of our program are that we engage with lots of businesses. So within every module, there's generally a practitioner who comes in or a guest speaker who comes in to talk to you and share their expertise. But we also have the Kent and Medway Business Summit every year, which is hosted in our business school. We have over 300 companies, businesses come to our business school for a huge summit, and as MBA students you're invited to that. So lots and lots of networking opportunities, and also connections with alumni. So you will meet Satomi, who graduated last year. We very much encourage our alumni still to be part of our program and to connect with our students. You can also learn a European language with us as well. So this is the MBA program. We have been running the MBA program for over 20 years now. There's some core modules that have that importantly are there, and those are the ones on the left-hand side. So strategic people management, strategic marketing, ops management, leadership and change, financial analysis. They are the core modules that we feel as a business leader you need to understand. But then we also have these additional modules, so business analytics, delivering innovation, entrepreneurship, sustainability and ethics, and global strategic management. These are very current modules. They're very relevant to leaders for the future. So we're also looking ahead to say, what do employers want? What might you want as a CEO of the future? What skills might you need as a business person or running your own business? So entrepreneurship is a big part of our program. We then have the MBA challenges. I'll come back to that. And then the final piece of work you do for us is an MBA business report, 10,000 word report, which you do over the summer, and it summarizes everything that you've learned. But before that, we have quite a unique module, which we started last year, which is called our MBA Challenge module. And this is purposely part of the program because it gives you the opportunity to test yourself in this very safe environment. So we're developing your leadership and entrepreneurial skills. The way we do that is these 4 challenges. So the first one is personal development challenge, which runs through the whole of the year, starts an induction week, and we focus in and work with you on what are your strengths and weaknesses? What do you want to get out of this program? What's your personal journey? And to support you with that, you have an executive coach and a careers coach who support you to realize your ambitions by the time you finish. We also have a consultancy challenge, which is week-long. We put you into groups. You work on a live problem that this company has, and by the end of the week you have the confidence as a team to be able to report back recommendations to them. So a great thing to have on your CV, a great thing to really challenge the skills that you've learned on your MBA. We also have the Business Startup Challenge, which we do in the summer months. This is where, again, you work as a team. We have our entrepreneurs in residence who work with you from our Aspire team, and you work on a new business idea. So again, a really fun week, but still challenging. And then the grand finale is our International Challenge. And this is where we take you to another European city. We work with another business school. This year, we're going to Athens, and you do some international consultancy. And as I say, everything then finishes with the MBA report. So as you've heard throughout my presentation, there's lots of support. We recognize it's quite daunting studying in a foreign language. We recognize it's, you'd need to settle into the UK way of life. It's a cultural change. So we spend a lot of time with you in induction week, and even before you've started, working with us so that we make that transition as easy as possible for you, connect you with current students who can help you with that transition. There's also this strong focus on employability. So we recognize you want to get a return on your investment. We recognize that when you finish your MBA, you want to go on to do different things with these new skills that you've learned. So as I mentioned, we have a careers coach who does one-to-one coaching with you. And then we also have the dedicated student support team. So whilst you're with us, if you've got any issues, whether that's with housing, if you've brought your family across and there's, you've got concerns about that, or you're just struggling studying in a second language, or you want some help with writing skills, we've got dedicated people who can help you with that. So you mustn't be worried about that. So I'm going to stop talking and hand over to Satomi, who is our alumni student. She graduated last year. She hasn't yet had her graduation because of COVID, so I can't wait to see Satomi in March when she comes back for our graduation. And we also have May and Blux with us as well, who are two of my current students. So I'm going to come off of sharing so that they can switch their cameras on and you can see them. So let me stop sharing my screen. So Temi, would you like to start and maybe just tell everybody online your experiences of your MBA, please?
Thank you, Debbie, and hello, everyone. My name is Satomi Tsujita, and I'm in Osaka now. I graduated from the MBA course last year, but unfortunately, during my course was under the lockdown, so my lectures was online mostly. But I have to say that experience is very brilliant for me. Because I have two big impressed things. One is, as Debbie says, the classmates are very multinational students. So it was very impressed because they have different, of course, different views, different ideas, opinions. That was not how can I say, very good impressed for me, and that was changed my mind before and after the course. And the second thing is the how to work, how to discuss in the especially in UK. I have been working for a long time in Japan, but the Japanese style and UK style are very different, and it was very I enjoyed it very much. I have to go back to Japan, but if I could, I wanted to work in the UK, actually. Yeah, and the students are very friendly, staff are very helpful. Yeah, it was wonderful for me. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Satomi. Thank you. Blux, could I maybe call on you now to share your experiences?
Okay, thank you, Debbie. So, for my experience, I will say that was very amazing experience in this half year. I run a small business when I was Japan. I come from Osaka too. And I find every module is very useful for me because if you do some business, I think every module is necessary for your business. And secondary, I think the human network is very good because I come here find some new friend, like a network. Maybe they are very good friend for me, or maybe they'll be a business partner. I looking for everybody. They have a very good experience. They have their own story. Come this country, or they have a very long experience during the job and business school. So everybody, they work very hard. That's what secondary I learned a lot of experience from them. And third, I think, yeah, because I worked in Japan more than 15 years, so I want to learn more diversity business style, like a global business. So that's why I choose here almost a team member that come from different country and different culture. So they have a different idea or the very strong management skill and knowledge. That's a third thing I can learn from the teamwork. And every day, so it's very exciting. Yeah, because a lot of things I must to learn. I hope, yeah, I hope you can all enjoy here in 1 year. Thank you.
Thanks ever so much, Blux. May, would you like to add any additional things from your experience?
Hello, everyone. So my name is Mai, and I'm a currently student. So we are reaching for kind of the last of our module, and I'm really enjoying Kemp MBA because as David mentioned, there are a lot of multinational students, and there are a lot of diversity, and so those who people already so have their own business, and they have a lot of strong business background. So every module, so we have a very energetic discussion related to their background, their deep knowledge. So always we simulated each other so during our modules. So sometimes modules are really hard. So and so we are Japanese, so we have a bit language barrier, but so they I don't think so. So David says we must not worry about so much. So so we can do so what we can do. So I hope you really enjoy your MBA studies the next year.
That's lovely. Thank you so much, May. So we're now open for any questions. So if any prospective students on the line would like to ask any of us any questions, absolutely anything, feel free.
Thank you very much for everybody. The presentation was really useful, and what the students' opinion are really helpful to the students. Thank you very much. ご質問ありましたら、ぜひチャットの方にお書きください。カメラはオフで、マイクもオフのままでお願いいたします。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。We received the question about the module. So I think it's maybe for I don't know that who's gonna speak, but what is the most useful module for I think it's one of the maybe for everybody.
I will let the students answer that if that's okay.
May I answer? Okay, I think many modules very useful. Most useful for me is marketing, because I do some marketing in the business, but I haven't know the totally how can I drive it. It's a very good experience to learn the very totally marketing. Actually, I think only 1 week we cannot master marketing everyone, but the PowerPoint, like the textbook, you can save it, and you can find it when you find something. It's very useful. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If the others have the opinion, please let us know.
May, what do you think? What was your fate? What did you think?
I'm really enjoying with leadership and the challenge module because I'm quite interested in the kind of module, and I also enjoying the latest our module, which is called sustainability and ethic management, because I think the most important things of current business situation we have to think about, and we have to think about so as kind of the paradigm shift, so which is it's kind of the old-fashioned business style. It's kind of the dominant, and it's kind of the aggressive. So that's why I'm really enjoying this module.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So Tomi, what would you say?
Yeah, I want to say that for me, the CSR module, it's a really actual name or not, I forgot, but sorry, it's a corporate social responsibility area. It's a very useful for me, because in Japan, usually Japanese company use a imported katakana. It's a word directory, and we don't discuss a lot about that. So we don't understand that what that mean, what it means, or what we have to do for that very much. So that module gave me lots of view or the basics idea why they said like that. So that's very I think it's a very important topic for the business area in Japan.
So there are lots of the interesting modules that the students will take. Thank you very much. 他の質問が来ております。MBA は職務経験がたくさんないと難しくてついていけないと聞いたのですが、本当でしょうか? I heard if the students don't have many working experiences, do you think it might be difficult to follow the courses?
So I think mostly we have more than 3 years experience, but some students, they have 2 or 3 years. I have a good friend. He's come from Taiwan. He have only 2 years experience, but he is very strong for the MBA, because he understands the English deeply and know the situation on the business. That's what I want to say. It's not depend your year, your career year. It's depend what are you thinking, and mostly you can join the class. our class, even you only have a 2 or 3 years experience, and you also can find something very useful, then you can start your new career life. I think it's very essential for the short experienced person.
Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。職務経験が3年しかないっていうふうに書かれてましたけれども、今の話ですと、そうですね、内容の濃さも関わってくるということですね。はい。ぜひ出願をしてください。おすすめです。はい。はい。もう一つ質問が来ておりますね。MBA が終わった後、どのように転職活動をされたか、されるご予定かについてお伺いしたいですっていうことですね。About the job hunting after the year MBA。どなたかお答えいただけますか？
これは日本語で答えた方がよろしいですか？
どちらでも大丈夫です。
どちらでも大丈夫です。私の場合は一番最初、イギリスに来る前にちょっと英語が苦手だったんで、ちょっと日本語で簡単に説明しますと、
ありがとうございます。
MBA、はい、すみません。MBA のその就職活動で結構早い段階で皆さん、スタートする人が多くて、で私の場合は、今年入ってからすでにジョブ探しとか、そのジョブマーケットのチェックとかを入っていまして、で私の場合もイギリスで就職する予定なんですね。で、一応、学校からのスーパーアドバイザーからは2回ぐらいカウンセリングを受けてまして、それ以外は、ケントの中で、キャリアサポートっていうセクションがあって、そこは、授業のないときにいつもそちらのセミナーを、受けているんですね。なんで、CB の書き方とか、インタビューのやり方とか、そういった部分は、結構丁寧に教えてもらってて、で、さらに今週僕も2回ぐらい、明日もあるんですけど、そのジョブサポーターのカウンセリングを個人的に受けれますんで、それもすごく役に立ちます。やっぱりマンツーマンなんで、私に似合ったプランだけを提案してくれる。もちろんこの辺はすべて学費に含まれてますんで、大いに活用した方がいいかなと思っています。で、他にもビジネスサミットと、あと今週、個人的にロンドンでジョブフェアとか開催されてるんで、そちらにも行って、ちょっとどんな感じかなっていうのは、いろんなイベントを参加するのもありだと思います。はい。
ありがとうございます。具体的に教えてくださいまして。生徒さんからもありがとうございますとコメントが来ておりますね。はい。この方で何か、if you have another experiences。
じゃあ、これも日本語の方が。
どちらでもいいです。either English, Japanese.
皆さんもご存知かと思うんですけど、去年からビザのタイプが大幅に変わって、去年までがティア4のスチューデントビザで、今年から私たち卒業したらグラディエートルートビザっていう全く別の種類のビザがもらえて、外国人である私たちもイギリスではすごい職探しがしやすくなったので、もう以前までだったらやっぱり限られてた職種の範囲が限られてたんですけど、今、2022年卒業からもう本当こっちのもうイギリス人の人たちと同じように、就活のマーケットに入っていけるっていうのが以前と比べて全然断然有利になっている点だと思うんです。ただ結構なんか日本の感覚と全然違うのは、まず新卒一括採用っていうのがないのと、あと求人情報を見てもすぐ働ける人募集っていうのが多いんですね。だから例えばMBA だと卒業が8月で実際働けますよってビザもらえるのが就論が出て承認降りた、例えば9月とか10月とかになると、今すごいいいのがなんかすごい自分が興味が ある求人票があってもなんか基本的にすぐ働ける人みたいなのが多いので、でもだからなんとなくタイミングが第一で、例えばすぐ働ける人っていうのがあっても例えば私今 MBA 学んでて何月卒業でって言ったらちょっと交渉のやつとかもあったりするので、ただでもなんかタイミングっていうのが日本の就活の環境とは全然違うので、そこはちょっと意識していただいた方がいいかもしれないです。
ありがとうございます。すごくなんか違いがを生かして頑張っていただかないといけないということですね。ありがとうございます。具体的な回答ありがとうございます。大変参考になります。MBA でもかなりエッセイ課題は多いでしょうか。So, how many assignments do the students need to do? それともコースワークやプロジェクト中心の評価方法ですかって書いてありますね。Do students have like join any real projects or the coursework?
I'll answer first, and then maybe the students can tell you their views. So for every module, there are generally two assignments. The first one is normally a group assignment, and you do a group presentation. And quite often they're on companies. But they're always on companies, but some of them are live presentations. So for example, the marketing presentations this year, we took the students to Chelsea Football Club, and we took them to an incredible local boutique handbag manufacturer who makes handbags out of fire hoses, which was incredible. And the students had to do a marketing project on one of those companies. So all of the MBA, it's all about applying that knowledge. That's the whole point of an MBA. So all of the modules have one group assignment, and then you have an individual assignment, which is normally handed in about 4 weeks later, so that students, particularly international students, they can reflect on their learning. We record all of our lectures and discussions. So again, as international students, you can play those back in your own time just to get that deeper learning. And then there are 2 exams. One is at Christmas time for ops management, and one is in the summer for delivering innovation. But we try to pace the students and so that they can manage their time. And then, as I mentioned, the very final assignment is to do with the MBA challenge, and that's this business report, which is very much on a topic that the students feel very passionately about. So Tomi, I don't know if you want to mention your MBA report, because that was in such an interesting subject area and I really enjoyed reading it. So I'll hand over to maybe Tomi, and then maybe Blux and May can tell you, they might want to do it in Japanese so I don't hear them. They can tell you what the assignments are really like.
Thank you.
基本的にエッセイとプレゼンテーションは両方やってて、どっちも非常に重要だなと感じております。で、特にエッセイに関しては私にとっては最初大変だったので、徐々に慣れてきて、最初1ヶ月以上かかったものが、その後1週間ぐらいで何とか書けれるようになったとか、そういった達成感とかも結構覚えています。で、やっぱり文章を書くっていうのは非常に重要で、文献を探したりとか、たくさん英語の書籍を読んだり、リサーチしたりとかするようなそのスキルっていうのはなかなか勉強するチャンスがなかったんで、これは一つ良かったかなと思って。で、そういったピークはほとんどクリスマスまでなんですね。なんで私にとっては一番目のピークはもう4ヶ月間でもうあっという間に過ぎてしまったっていうような経験でした。なので、頑張ればすぐに乗り越えられるかなっていう感じではあったんです。で、その2つ目はプレゼンテーションに関しては非常に重要なスキルで、ビジネスの中でもやっぱりそうですけど、特にチームワークで毎回、違う国の人たちとチーム組まれてて、基本的に全部混ざってるんですよ。で、これを授業を受けながら夜にプレゼンテーションの時間を 練習とか事前パワーポイントを作ったりとか、みんなこう役割分担をして、最後こうその週の金曜日に発表するっていうような形になっています。で、それはものすごくこうやっぱりプレゼンテーションというのはまあビジネスマンにとっては結構必須なスキルで、さらにチームワークを学べるっていうこの2つにおいては、まあ、私にとってはすごいいいなと思っています。はい、なので評価はこの2つ、どちらもあります。はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。すごく具体的ですね。すごく助かります。こういった内容はなかなかホームページからは読み取れないですね。見られないと思いますので、はい、ありがとうございます。
そう、
はい、
私からもいいですかね。
お願いします。
そのゆりさんからいただいてた MBA でもかなりエッセイ課題は多いでしょうかってことなんですけど、大体どのモジュールもそのエッセイの方が評価は多いですね。大体まあエッセイが7割、それからプレゼンが 20% から 30% っていうので、コースワークやプロジェクト中心の評価っていうよりかは実際の成績に反映されるのはもうエッセイの方が7割っていう感じなんです。やっぱこうイギリスなのでなんかアカデミック重要っていう感じなんですかね。でも結構このケントだと、個人的な感想なんですけど、結構エッセイに関してはディスティンクションは取りやすいかな。で、やっぱりこのグループワーク、そのプレゼンは、やっぱりこう、ちょっとディスティンクションが取りにくいっていう感じなんで、なんか高成績目指される方は、意外とケントはエッセイ重視の成績査定なので、
おすすめってことですかね。
頑張ればオールディスティンクションも夢ではないみたい
な。はい、ありがとうございます。それはすごくいいことですね。はい、じゃあエッセイの書き方ですね。ぜひトレーニング皆さんしていただけるといいですね。はい。
で、そのトレーニングもケント留学生が多いので、すごい親身になってサポートしていただけるんです。私も毎回エッセイの前、その留学生サポート専門のなんていうんですかね、カウンセラーの方に、提出前のエッセイ見ていただいて、やっぱり今まで私たちが日本の大学で学んできた小論文とかレポートとかの書き方と英語の書き方全く違うので、なんかここの論理の転換の仕方はちょっと英語ではすごい不自然とかいうのをすごい丁寧に教えてもらえるので、ものすごい励みになってます。
じゃあ、そのエッセイ、課題の、ところでも、サポートしてくれる方たちがいて、就職活動においてもサポートしてくれる方たちがいるということですね。はい、ありがとうございます。心強いと思います。Thank you, JTV as well. Thank you. 他に何か、ご質問ございますでしょうか？せっかくですので、ぜひご質問していただけますとありがたいです。また、そうですね、この場でちょっと、ご質問がなくてもですね、後でご質問がある場合もあるかもしれませんので、その場合には、もちろんSIUK に連絡していただいても結構ですし、そうですね、ケント大学の方に連絡をしていただいても結構です。
If there's no other questions, could maybe the students just talk about their experience of the campus and living in Canterbury? I think that might be quite helpful. So Tommy, how did you find it last year?
Oh, last year is a terrible year for me, and it's a lockdown, you know. But as Debbie said, the Canterbury is very beautiful city and quiet, and the people are very kind. I was surprised because some people maybe worried about the discrimination or something like that, but I guess there are a lot of foreign students in the city. That is why the people very helpful and kind, I think. And the city is very old, and so there are a lot of the building where we have to people should seeing that. So yeah, it's a very nice city. I like to go. I would like to go again. Yeah, maybe in May. I will.
Thank you. And May and Blux, we're out of lockdown now in the UK. COVID hopefully is a distant memory. How have you found it on campus? And have you been out traveling anywhere since you've been with us?
So currently, I'm live in the university campus, which is Wolf College and for postgraduate students. And I'm really love to live here because so basically, so we share the one flat with up to 8 people, and so fortunately, I have so I'm really so my flat atmosphere, so they are friendly and they are open, and sometimes we had a dinner with my flatmates and who study in such as a law school, and the other departments are kind of the literature. And so it was so I'm really enjoying so the communication out of MBA.
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. May I share by Japanese? 日本語で説明しましょう。
どちらでも大丈夫です。はい。
はい。基本的にケント大学はとっても大きいので、キャンパスに住んでいれば、ほぼすべて網羅してるんですね。スポーツセンター、映画館、レストラン、バー、そして、スーパーとか全部あります。で、なんで、平日学校が忙しいときは、街中に出る必要がなく、ほぼ朝から晩まで充実されて、勉強できると思うんですね。で、私の場合はソーシャルが好きで、いろんな体験を求めるタイプなんで、平日の火曜日も街中の無料の英会話とかやってますんで、そういったところに行って、英語の勉強もしたり、で、あと、木曜日かな。木曜日はチャージに行って、キリスト教のそのバイブルの勉強をしたりとか、そういったものも全部英語の勉強になってるんですね。で、その他の日は、例えばケントユニオンっていうのがあって、中にはジャパンソサイティとか、または私は自転車ソサイティとか、そういったコミュニティに参加できて、ほぼ無料か非常に安い料金で参加できるんで、そこに行って、違うコースの友達と出会ったりとか、またいろんな国の文化とかを学べたりとかといった、クラス以外のその生活もとても充実できると思うんですね。で、週末になっていくと、本当に時間がもったいないぐらい、やっぱり海外に来ているので、ロンドンとかその周辺の街に出かけたいんですね。で、このケントの周辺は、すごくイギリス庭園、ガーデン的な美しいローカル、街が多くて、で、しかも海とかも近いし、で、結構そんなビーチに行ったりとか、あとその教会巡ったり、それとお城とかですね、で行ったりしますし、ロンドンとか私の場合も10回以上行ってて、とにかくミュージアムですね、博物館がほぼ無料で、見切れないほど、いろんなものがあって、毎回、本当に収穫いっぱいで帰ってくるみたいな。で、クリスマスとかになると、グループとかで、例えばマイさんたちとも一緒に近郊に旅行に行ったりとか、オックスフォードとかバスとか、そういったところに訪れても、すごく違う魅力を感じますし、 といった総合的な勉強ですよね。で、フラットでは本当にフラットメイトにもよりますけど、ほとんど皆さんすごいフレンドリーで、もう毎日授業終わった後、そちらの方と話したら、それはもう無料の英会話みたいなもんなんで、そういったおかげで、私も英語の上達も今までにないスピードで、上達ができたっていう実感もしていますし、といった時間の使い方ですね、フルに活用すれば、かなり価値のある1年間になるかなと思います。はい。
ありがとうございます。本当にいろいろと、余暇の過ごし方も、いろいろですし、コースの、もう忙しいですけど、いろいろな、体験だったり発見をするのも忙しそうですね。はい。We have received the question from one of the students, and then so in the application process, is there an interview? Is the Charlotte there?
Yes, definitely. We do have an interview as part of the second stage of the application process, and that's what Debbie, the program director, would undertake. So yes, it would be part of the interview process.
Can I ask you how long it will take, and then around how many questions? What the other students need to prepare?
I may just pass you over then to Debbie to explain a little bit of what she's looking for in the interview. But it's around about half an hour, individual, online. So it is this kind of one-to-one interview process, so we can actually see you and engage with you. But I'll let Debbie explain a little bit more on the actual process, perhaps.
Thank you very much.
Charlotte. Yeah, as Charlotte mentioned, so I do all of the interviews, which is a real pleasure actually, because it's lovely to meet people before they join the program. What I'm specifically looking for is firstly, the sort of motivations of why a student wants to come to us. And I'm very much checking that it's a good fit, that our program is a good fit for that individual and what they want in terms of their future careers. You know, as I mentioned, we are a very diverse group. So students need to feel comfortable mixing multiculturally, having the confidence to be able to share their knowledge. And I suppose importantly also is a level of English. So if a particular candidate hasn't got a strong level of English, I would recommend they do a English course before they join the MBA program, only because I wouldn't wish them to struggle in class. So Blux Satomi, you know, you may want to elaborate on this, but your English is strong, and it means that you can, you know, a lot of the classes, I think May mentioned it, there's lots of discussion. So I really want students to feel confident that they can contribute. You know, that's really, really important. I wouldn't wish somebody to join the classroom and to struggle and to lose their confidence, because that's not what my MBA program is about. So I say that from a point of view of, you know, caring about the individual and the students that come onto our program. So if I felt at the interview stage that a particular student wasn't necessarily understanding my questions or being able to articulate their answers well enough, then I probably would suggest that they do a pre-English course. But other things I'm looking for is that just openness to learn, that ambition, the confidence, the willingness, as I say, to share their knowledge and their skills with the classroom, because they will gain from other people. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for within the interviews, just to check that people are a good fit for what we're looking for in an MBA student. So I don't know if any of Satomi, May or Blux want to add anything to that.
Thank you, Debbie. 皆様他に何か面接についてご経験の中からお話ししていただければありがたいです。
すみません。面接っていうのは、どういった面接ですかね。
出願の際に面接ですね、面接になります。覚えていらっしゃいますかね、皆さん。
覚えてます、デビーさんと面接を約1年前にやってまして、で、その時は、私の場合はもう本当に英語の面接ほぼ人生初めてなんで、すごく緊張していて、で、その英語力も今の半分ぐらいしか喋れなかったんで、まず事前に自分の履歴書をきちんと書いた上で、それを覚えて、それをひたすらデビーさんと必死になって会話をしてた覚えがあるんですね。で、僕の場合は正直、大卒してなくて、僕は専門学校だけに行って、そこから働きに行ったんですよ。なんで、職務経験だけで勝負しようと思ったんです。で、それが良かったのが、自分の職務経験が、多分デビーさんにも気に入っていただいたというか、認めていただいたっていう感じで、これぐらい働いてたら、MBA 勉強しても全然ついていけるなっていうのが一つあったと思うんです。二つ目は、英語力があんまり、足りなかったんで、その時はもう本当に自信持って、私はもう3ヶ月以内に絶対英語取りますっていう、もうはっきり言い切ったらいいと思います。で、その後もう必死になって、もう勉強すればいいと思うんですよ。で、なので、それを決断してからもうだんだんそのペースも一定的なペースに保って、成長していけると思いますし、なんで、インタビュー自体はすごくカジュアルで、割と結構親身になって喋ってくれると思うんで、思うほど、難しくはなかったんです。はい。そうですね。あと、基本大学も、私の逆の立場から見たら、大学もエージェントさんもやっぱり生徒さん来てほしいので、なんで、それを断るための面接じゃなくて、取るための面接なんで、基本的に自分のポイントがこの学校に役に立てば、自分が勉強についていけば、合格率は非常に高いかなと思います。はい。
ありがとうございます。そうですね。面接というと緊張しがちですけれども、ちょっとアットホームな感じで面接してくれるといいですね。はい。他の方何か、今お話しされた以外にご経験ありましたら、ご意見ください。はい。
いいですか？
お願いします。
ほとんどラクさんが言ってくださったようなことなんですけど、私も英語が本当に苦手で、もうデビーに本当に泣きのメールを入れたことがあるぐらいなんですけど、でもその面接っていうのはその入学の1年前ぐらいになるので、本当にやっぱり英語力がもうちょっと少ない時ですごく不安だし緊張もするんですけど、その面接の練習自体がその MBA で何を学びたいかっていう自分のなんか意思表示みたいな、あと本当にそこで勉強する、何を私は勉強したいんだろうっていう自問自答にもなるので、すごくいいステップとしてすごくいいタイミングだと思います。なので、あまり緊張せずに、リラックスして、で、質問が分かれば OK ぐらいな感じで受けてみたらいいと思います。
ありがとうございます。
すいません。
はい。
さっきちょっとチャットの質問で1点大学寮に住んでいますかっていう内容に関してなんですけど、ちょっと途中で文字打ちましたが、私の場合はオフキャンパスを最初選んでて、で、オンキャンパスもどちらも見比べたりとか経験とかあるものなんですけど、オンキャンパス自体は学校の中に住んでいると非常に便利で、本当に通学が5分ぐらいできて、で、図書館もいつも行けたりとか、もちろんその食事とかも結構簡単に行けますし、それはすごいいいかなと思っています。で、オフキャンパスはこの街中には、主に2カ所ですかね、 大きな学生寮があって、そこもすごく賑わっていて、結構人気高いんですよ。で、やっぱりその設備が比較的に新しいのと、街中にいると、その街中のイベントに参加しやすい、またそのスーパーに行きやすいとか、そういった利点もあるんですね。よく買い物しに行く方は、どっちみち街に出かけるなら街中に住むっていうのもありです。で、もちろんその人それぞれなんで、私はどちらも結構メリットあるなと思います。はい。
はい、ありがとうございます。そうですね、もう一つ、今、質問が来ています。アクセントですね。カンタベリーは英語のアクセントは強いですか？できればあまり訛りがない地域に留学したいと思います。in Canterbury, there's a strong accent in Canterbury.
これいいですか？
はい、お願いします。
カンタベリーは英語のアクセントが強いですかってことなんですけど、基本的にイギリス英語、私はイギリス英語のアクセントがすごい好きなタイプの人間なので、ちょっとこの質問された方がどう思ってらっしゃるかわかんないんですけど、訛りがない地域っていうのはイギリスないですよね。で、クラスにもパートタイマーの生徒の方、結構ロンドンから来られてる方も多くって、で、すごいロンドンなまりの強い方とか、あと留学生でもアフリカから来てはる方たちは、例えばナイジェリアなまり、でもナイジェリアなまりで話すし、アメリカだってアメリカの生徒が今クラスに3人いるんですけど、インディアナなまり、それからニュージャージーなまりっていう感じで、カンタベリーのアクセントで喋る方は少ないですけど、英語話者、ネイティブであれ、非ネイティブであれ、私たちもすごい日本語なまりの英語で喋ってますし、別にこのクラスメートのなまりで有名なインドから来てる人のすごいアクセントがめっちゃあった方は初めて聞いたときマジで何言ってるか全く分からなかったんですけど、数週間も一緒にいたらだんだんアクセントにも慣れてくるっていう感じで、なのであまり英語を勉強しに行くわけではないので、私たちは英語でMBA を学びに行くので、まず訛りがない地域っていうのがないって考えていただいた方がいいと思います。
ありがとうございます。はい。
私もいいですか。基本的にカンタベリーはイギリス、南部のもうほぼロンドンに近いところなんで、私の印象的には標準的なイギリス英語に結構近いですね。で、カンタベリーに在住の人からすれば、ロンドンの英語とカンタベリーの英語は若干アクセントの違いはあります。ただ、ロンドンっていう地域はもうどの人種でも住んでいて、それがロンドン英語をちゃんとロンドンアクセントちゃんと聞けるかどうか、それも人によると思うんです。で、本当に舞さん言ったようにいろんな国の、生徒さんが、混ざっていて、正直私が今知ってる限り、うちのクラスニックさんだけがカンタベリー現地の人で、その人との英語は、ものすごく分かりやすいですけど、それでも早口の人とゆっくり喋る人とかも結構差がありますし、日本と全然違うのが、みんな日本語が基本的に日本語のネイティブレベルの人ばっかりが住んでいる国と、こっちは半分以上の人がネイティブじゃない人、もしくはオフィシャルラングエージは英語なんですけど、南アフリカの人とかものすごい英語が上手で、聞いたら、いや、私の第一言語はアフリカンとか、そういう方も非常に多いんです。なので、学校に行っていると、 正直英語の耳になれるのに結構最初は私は大変でした。で、私の場合は英語力そこまでなかったんで、やっぱり英語の勉強、しながらMBA の勉強をしたんで、なんでもう本当にインド英語とかアメリカ英語とか、でイギリスの現地のアクセントとか、あと本当にアフリカいろんな英語が混ざっていって、それをこうひたすら耳に慣れるっていうのが半年間でした。で、最終的に分かったのが、英語っていうのはこうどの部分のこうアクセントっていうよりも全部聞けて初めて英語の耳になるかなという感じもします。なんで外国人がしゃべる英語っていうのはもうほぼここでは先生も含めて外国人すごく多いので、基本かなっていう感じがします。はい。
ありがとうございました。
アクセントはここはかなりいいと思います。はい。
はい、ありがとうございます。じゃあ、デビーさん、Debbie, can you?
Yeah, sorry, apologies everybody. I need to leave because I'm doing interviewing for the rest of the morning. So I just wanted to say to all of you who've joined, I wish you every success on your MBA journey. I am doing interviews at the moment, and if you apply before the end of this month and pay a deposit before the end of April, then you do get an early bird discount. So that's worth having a look at. That gets you 10% off of our fees. But it'd be a pleasure to interview some of you and possibly see you next September. If I could just extend my thanks to Blux, May and Satomi for joining. I don't know, I've got to leave, as I say, but feel welcome to carry on afterwards. I'll hand back to Sai. Thank you very much for organising this session. I understood that you were talking about accents back then, but I didn't understand anything else. So at some point you'll have to fill me in what you were saying. But Blux and May, I look forward to seeing you on Friday. And Satomi, I really look forward to seeing you at your graduation. So take care, everybody. Have a lovely evening and the rest of the day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Debbie.
Bye.
皆様、本当にありがとうございました。本日、いろいろなお話が聞けて、とてもためになりました。またですね、こちらで質問を預かりましたら、学校の方に送らせてもいただきたいと思います。本日お忙しい中、皆さんのご意見聞かせていただきまして、経験も聞かせていただきまして、ありがとうございました。それでは本日、時間になりましたので、これで終了させていただきます。ありがとうございました。